But yeah, it makes me wonder what other stuffed animals we can have that look like they are covered in tinfoil. Who cares about baseball? I don't, and not especially in 2010. Oh, the characters are cool, but they remind me too much of Tumblr to care. Alright, ladies and laddies, we are on the final pick of the video of the year, which is technically in the start of the next year, but these are the last items that I got as of 2021. So this was like a really long pickups catalog. I generally kind of tend to look at the month almost like a chapter in a book. But so much has happened this month that it felt like there was like 4 chapters in it. There was like not Christmas, preparing for Christmas, Christmas, and after Christmas. That like a lot of the stuff in here I either completely forgot that I did, or was like that wasn't the previous month. But it all checks out to being within the time frame of December 1st to December 31st, close enough for some items. I'm just pushing it to friggin' January. Let's get started. So I technically ordered these in November, but I don't count it until like it actually arrives. But very beginning December, I was on the prowl for new Super Mario Bros. Wii because I intend on doing stuff with the new Super Mario Bros. Series. And that's the only one that I do not have. So I was like, okay, I need to get it. So I like this little one because the only way you can get it is through the Wii bundle, the red one. Something approximating to that. And I'm like, this is kind of cool. Because I've never seen this one out in public. Like, I've seen the one with the case. But I got this little guy. And it's not in too bad a shape. I mean, the corners is kind of an obvious one. But I don't tend to buy a lot of games unless they're in bundles, which I plan on slowing down because every shelf I have is jam-packed. I don't even know where to put the stuff for December, so I'm probably going to really need to slow down on that. But I got that. There was also a bunch of Lego games, like we got Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventure, and Lego Indiana Jones 2. The Adventure Continues. I assume it's the original adventure that continues, but man, these subtitles, they're going to confuse an audience of everybody 10 and up. I think 7-year-olds will understand it, but I sure as don't. There's also Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4. Looking at the back of the box, we have this like ogre fella, and like usually the Legos kind of mold their own Lego ogres and whatnot to each little set instead of having the default Lego head. And I see why, because it's f***ing ridiculous and I love it. Little League World Series Baseball 2008. I'm sure this is going to be motion control. I'm not even going to say madness. It's just default emotion. It's probably not going to be super good. It honestly kind of reminds me of like knockoff Lego brand that isn't Mega Bloks, but like even worse than that. Right? Reminds me of these guys. Not a good sign. Toy Story Mania. Yeah, this is a crunchy bottom we got here, but it's a party game. Monster 4x4 World Circuit. NBA 2K11. Michael Jordan. And a bunch of not Michael Jordan in the year of 2011. And Disney Planes. I never watched the movie. I have really not watched any movies in a very long time, and much less it's not going to be this one. All of that was from an eBay bundle that I bought, and I kind of forgot that I had it. And then I saw a better bundle deal that had new Super Mario Bros. Wii in it. So I have 2 of them. And 2 copies of Lego Indiana Jones 2. But I am an optimist, and I'll see what I have and hope that it wasn't too stupid of a purchase. Generic not-case Lego Batman Wii. Okay, yeah, that's a waste of time. A copy of Pool Party from Walmart. 13 different game modes. I wonder how many versions of pool a person can have. And we got Iron Man on Wii, which it's crazy to think that this movie, well, Yeah, it started off the Marvel movie popularity that ended up leading to Endgame. It's like, wow. This was the very, very beginning of it, huh? Samba De Amigo! Yeah, actually, I had this game growing up, and I never figured out how to make it work. But hey, I'm significantly older now, so we'll see how things go. Second copy of Wii Play. Myth, 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 myth Makers Super Kart GP. There are so many holiday-themed characters in this. I didn't even notice there was a second copy of Lego Harry Potter. I would have probably tied it into the joke with Lego Indiana Jones, but I legitimately didn't know that it was in the pile. M&M's Kart Racing. It is very bad. And I'm excited. Sonic and the Secret Rings. One of the reasons that I quit YouTube back in like 2017 or something like that. Never again. Who cares about baseball? I don't, and not especially in 2010. But all of this, that was worth it. The thing that made me want to buy this bundle even more, Boom Blocks. I have seen this video played, and I was always interested in this kind of game. It works kind of like Jenga and Angry Birds, but it's just like, I really like the character just stuff in this, and I am very much looking forward to giving this the old college try. Up next on games I didn't know that I got. I remember when this game was first like $9 on Amazon, and I hesitated to buy it. And hey, it was $9 again, so cool. Sid Meier's Civilization 6, a really bad Switch port of the game. Little rule, if a game is cheaper on Switch, it's a bad port. So I went to GameStop. Yep. I agree. But I wanted to buy my nephew a copy of Video Game Garage Builder Maker. That picture on this direction. That game. And while I was there, I picked up a few other things. I celebrated Christmas with this. And, could have been better. It's like, I like the idea of this game. It's kind of like Minecraft, open-ish. But I just think it's weirdly janky in the way that it works. Sometimes, especially with quest missions and stuff like that. Where it's just like, they could have really refined how the randomization goes to make sure that, like, things are more consistent and that there's always possibilities. Like, you need to collect gold bricks, which are basically quest rewards, but sometimes quests don't spawn, and it's just like, maybe they'll take another shot at this, and it'll be better, or something. I also got this because I thought it was odd, but this is a 25th anniversary Pokemon? The 25th? Yeah, it's something like that for Pokemon, and they were like, yeah, let's make a freaking stuffed animal out of tinfoil. And it's like, it's not even soft, it's like boxing glove material right here. And I didn't pay that much for it. Because there was like a bunch of them just like $5 off, and it was like, just get these out of our sight. And, you know, I took Sobble because he is my favorite Pokemon. But yeah, it makes me wonder what other stuffed animals we can have that look like they are covered in fucking tinfoil. Alright, QB, the side project from HAL Laboratory. There we go. wear enough tinfoil. It's so frickin' cuddly. But hey, my nephew liked his game, so that's good. So remember in like the September or October, one of those two pickup videos where I said I got the NIS collection, and I was like, eh, and then Colors Live, which was the other game I was contemplating at the time, got like big money costing. Yeah, so it actually was available again. I have no idea how to put the pen back. Necklace. Oh. But yeah, here we go. We got Colors Live, and you know, as a person that has a screen tablet, I am alright with not using it. But I don't think it's bad necessarily. But one thing that I did do from the practicing that I did is I actually really like a like a pen tool that like has opacity and the thickness lowered based on your pen pressure. So that has been very useful to the bits of digital drawing that I've done for the last little bit. Was it worth $50 to learn that? I don't know. I was gonna get it anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Glad I got a lesson out of it. Activision Blizzard is a screwed up company. But like, I miss it sometimes, man. Yeah, I'm a WoW refugee. Can't even get into Final Fantasy XIV. But I managed to get my dad into Final Fantasy XIV before they, closed off the ability to buy the game. And I'll be joining that when it comes back. But for now, I'm just gonna reminisce about the good old days that I wasn't even part of. I was a Wrath baby. Like, oh my goodness, it's so good. Love World of Warcraft concept art. I still love it, but it's like the only thing that it has going for it. Look at these colors, my goodness! But yeah, one reason that I get these is I really like getting ideas for how to do like concept art and just kind of art myself. I like down here where they have the silhouette and they kind of draw in the details. It's kind of like a bit of dissecting what is what. And I'm like, noted. And especially with the opacity based pressure sensitivity, it works well for this. Alright, that's enough sappiness. Let's get back to important news. I was finally able to afford a GameCube game. So I actually like Player's Choice editions, especially with stuff I don't have a lot of stuff on. Like, my GameCube collection is right here. These 5 games. So it's like with this, it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool to have Player's Choices and have like Player's Choice games set off to the side. It's like, these are the games that we the players made popular. Some are better than others in choice, but they're still a thing, and I think it's a cool gimmick, especially when people are like, Player's Choice, my goodness, that's dog shit. And it's like, yeah, it's a bit ugly. I don't know why they can't do a better job with making Player's Choice colors more appealing. Maybe the players chose the color scheme instead of designers. My goodness, I forgot to remove the price tag. Right here we have Final Fantasy II. Arguably one of the worst ones. But on PSP, and that's kind of cool. It's like, I have a PSP, it's just the battery in it, like, expanded. I'm not sure what the technical term is for it. But I can probably replace it. Because that's like the way you capture PSP games, through kind of connecting a PSP to the computer. If I understand correctly. So, will I play this PSP game? Maybe. I actually have a couple of PSP games I'd actually rather play before like something like this one. And I also got another Zelda amiibo. Yeah. Oh, this direction. There we go. But yeah, it's Kind of awkward seeing both of them on here, but it's neat. I prefer getting Amiibo pre-owned because I'm just going to open the package anyway. Let's put it right here. There we go. Now that actually looks more complete. Up next, am I the only one that forgot about this? Because it's been out for like more than just during the course of December. And I just kind of saw it again and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Let me order it now. It's got its place in my collection. And last but not least, I ordered the rest of the stuff off of Fangamer. Shout out to Fangamer for this dope packaging. I don't know, I got it in the mail with the stuff that I got, and I was like, this is really freaking cool. Yes, I heard a Fangamer through wanting to get my physical copy of Undertale. And I just kind of was like, oh, there's other games on here too. I'll keep that in mind someday. And at one point I bought Later Alligator, which I loaned to my brother. But I decided I want to buy the rest of everything else off of Fangamer. So this is what I got. I'll start off with this. Oh boy, don't do that. The Stardew Valley Collector's Edition, which this is the only Collector's Edition of the stuff that I got because, I don't know, this is the only one that like strikes me as cool. I'm not going too far out of my way to buy Collector's Editions of games that I am not that into. Like, I know Stardew Valley is cool. I'm just not really into the genre, and I don't know if this game was gonna interest me that much because it's like, oh, the characters are cool, but they remind me too much of Tumblr to care. I'm sure I'll give it a shot. I think it'd make for a decent streaming game. Definitely got a cool collector thing because I like, well, one, I just kind of like the simple vibe of like, oh yeah, it's like farm-ish life and you got these little wood things that you can assemble into like a little mosaic, I think is what it's technically called. I could be wrong. A wooden standee. Thank you, Gamebox. But am I gonna set it up? No, I don't have any fucking room. Then I got Slime Rancher, which has a slime toy and fashion set dynamic theme, whatever that is. But it's a game where you go around and you collect slimes in some open worlds and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Not like I was gonna say no to any of the games off of Fangamer because I'm sure they're gonna be harder to buy in the future compared to now. Because I'm not even after games of like, oh yeah, they're going to cost more in the future and they'll retain its value. It's like, oh, if I want to get a game and not have to pay more later for it, do the thing. It's about the intention, guys. And I got Hypnospace Outlaw. This is probably a game I'm going to spend an hour on and be like, what the frick? Because it's definitely like, oh yeah, 90s nostalgia. Not me. But I'm sure it's definitely got a weird audience that is like, yeah, I'm completely down with that. And it's like, you can be completely down with that. And then we got Hollow Knight, which has this like plastic thing on the front of it. And it's like, how do I keep that after I open it? I mean, I tried Hollow Knight when it was on PlayStation Now, and I just could not get into it. Like, I just got lost from the very beginning, and I'm like, eh. But I think I'd keep it in mind if I was wanting to make some kind of Metroidvania game, but like, hard. It's like, this game is an example of like a game where I was like, I don't know if I really want the collector's edition for it, because the main thing is like, oh, it's necklace amulet thing, which, I mean, to be fair, it's not that outlandish compared to like a freaking little box, but like, fuck, I love Undertale. But this is where it gets at it. Yeah, frickin' Bug Snack. The thing that I wanted to save for very last, unless I forgot something. But like, this game has had me interested in it since probably, I don't know, since when it came out, because it's like you're collecting these like food monster guys, and not necessarily like a Pokemon turn-based way, but just kind of like an open exploration game, and I'm like, that sounds really freaking cool. And besides, who doesn't love bunkers? It's like, millennial zoomer humor just kind of put into one category. It's just bunger. That's what I got. Next video is gonna look kind of different in setup because I'm gonna have to rearrange stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in more videos, well, just check out this. I got a bunch of stuff that can happen and for your entertainment. Or if not, that's okay. The other video will come out eventually. Well, until then, thank you guys and take care.